Hello, hello, hello. So today, I will be reading from a previous chapter that God had actually took me to the other night, and I wanted to share it with you guys to bring attention to this. This is just a verse. It's simply just a verse, but it can be broken down where you will find understanding, and that is why I'm here to bring understanding. So here it goes. So I'm coming from Leviticus chapter 5, verse 4, and it reads, or if a person swears, speaking thoughtlessly with his lips to do evil or to do good, whatever it is that a man may pronounce by an oath, and he is unaware of it, when he realizes it, then he shall be guilty of any of these matters. So, whenever I heard of that, I was like, oh my gosh. So, do you know whenever you go to court, and they want you to put your hand on the Bible and they tell you to raise your right hand, and then they say all these things, and they want you to basically say an oath and swear on the Bible. You could say no, that you do not swear on the Bible. You don't have to do that. You don't have to swear on the Bible, put your hand on the Bible, swear, or anything like that. And this is what this verse right here reminded me of. And I was like, so basically, and I looked up the word speaking thoughtlessly. And that means speaking without considering the possible effects of your words onto others, often resulting in hurting feelings or offense. So lack of consideration and caring in communication. I used to be just like that. I used to say things where I wouldn't even think of it, but because you hurt me, I'm just gonna say whatever that comes to mind. I'm not gonna care about you. I'm not gonna care about your feelings. I don't care how you receive it. I don't care what you think about it. And I'm not gonna apologize either, because I said what I said and I meant what I said, and that's it. Because I was right. But I wasn't. But I wasn't. And so sooner or later, when you get out of that mindset of pride, you realize that your words do matter. And it says right here at the end of it, when he realizes it, then he shall be guilty in any of these matters. I was guilty. I then became guilty of my careless words, of my careless thoughts, and I had to right my wrongs. I had to go back and I had to apologize, even when I didn't want to apologize, because I had to let down my pride. And so that's what this is speaking of. And so we have to be very considerate when we're talking, when we're speaking of these things, when we're talking to others, and being careful with our words, not to make promises, not to swear on the Bible, not to say things out of context, because at the end of the day, you will be responsible for what you say. You will be responsible for what you say, and you will be guilty for what you say. So, also, an oath is a solemn promise, often invoking a divine witness regarding in other futures or action behaviors. So we are not supposed to make an oath. And realize that it said, speaking thoughtlessly with his lips to do evil or to do good, whatever it is that a man may pronounce by an oath. So, therefore, since I've already talked about what the oath is, a solemn promise, you want to keep that promise, or otherwise, do not agree to the oath. Because lie, once you lie and come against the oath, you are now guilty. So if you are in court and you come and you raise your hand and you say, yes, you agree to telling the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. First of all, God listen. Second of all, but you told a lie up on the stand. You are now responsible. You are now held guilty. Now the angels up in heaven is writing. Yeah, they said, yeah, they made the oath, but they did tell a lie. Yeah, yeah. They said, yeah, they raised up their right hand and they made this oath, but she did say this piece of lie in there. First of all, we're not supposed to lie. All liars have their own place in the lake of fire. We're not even supposed to be lying. Nevertheless, saying an oath and agreeing to it, making a promise that we cannot even keep. Don't make no promises that you cannot keep. If you're making a promise, if you're saying and agreeing to the oath, make sure that it's solid. Make sure that you are agreeing and it is going to be 100% solid, that you are going to tell the truth about it, that you're going to tell the truth and do what you said that you was going to do. Otherwise, do not make an oath. It is a solemn promise. Definitely don't make a promise to God. Oh God, I promise that I'm gonna do, and we all have done it. We all have said it. God, I'm gonna do right if you just get me out of this situation. We were guilty. The moment that we said it, and then we went back on our word, and we went back running to that guy, and we went back to doing the same thing that we were doing before. You were, and it's also a course of blasphemous words, a phrase used to express anger or a strong emotion. Cursing. You are not supposed to curse. First of all, the Bible talks about how you're not supposed to have filthy lips. That's first things first. Second thing is when you're expressing yourself and when you feel as though you need to get something out and you curse and it's coming out of anger. You're saying it and you're saying it out of context, out of anger to hurt someone else, to curse someone out. Then at the end of the day, you will be guilty for your words. At the end of the day, this right here, this book, this great book right here, this better book right here, baby, says that you will be guilty for your words. So it's time to get things right. It's time to stop saying and speaking thoughtlessly. We have to be considerate of other people's feelings. Not only that, but the Most High God. God looks over us. He watches over us. He knows all about us. He knows if you cussed somebody out yesterday, or if you simply just cussed somebody out today, or if you swore today, if you said his name in vain today, if you made an oath today, he knows. So today is the day that you will go and you make that right with God. Not only with God, but with whoever else that you need to make things right with. Because at the end of the day, we have to have forgiveness in our hearts. Even if somebody have hurt us, even if somebody have wronged us, it does not matter. Two wrongs, and I'm sure you guys have heard this before, but two wrongs do not make a right. So, again, let's watch what comes out of our mouths. Let's watch what we speak. Let's think about the things that we say before we say it, because it can come off in a harsh, in a wrong way. And not only that, don't make oaths. Do not make promises that you cannot keep. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day.